All right, we are back now with the corridor scene. I'm just going to do a little bit more modeling. This is probably going to be all I'll do on camera. I'm going to do the desktop sort of tower here and a monitor. Not exactly like this, just going to do whatever is going to work for us. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's bring in a plane, scale it down, and make the monitor first maybe. Let's see, let's rotate Y90, just do it in this orientation. And we can get the size of stuff later. How about we take both of those and just focus on them? Okay, so let's see. Let's try this. Let's just extrude back a little bit. And then let's maybe extrude back a bit more and scale it down. And just extrude out. Like that. Let's see if I'm going to like that shape or not. Yeah, well, I'm going to grab these edges here. Yeah, well, we'll see. And you know what? I think I'm going to make it a little... That's not going to make much difference. Okay, grab these edges here. And we'll give them a nice bevel. Control B and pull nice and big. 1, 2, I'm going to go for 5. Do that. Yeah, okay, maybe, let's see what we have to do with this. Pull it in like that. Okay, well, let's bevel that. I could probably go down to 3 on that. Let's take this and this edge here. We could bevel that, do something like that. Maybe I'll go for 5 here, just for the hell of it. Make it a bit round like that. And then this part here, let's take this and let's hide inset. Pull that in like maybe that. We'll extrude back. I may not do anything fancy for this screen. Shift Alt and click these edges. Bevel these with like 3. And honestly, that may be it. What I could do is I could just break that out, I suppose. And here, just hide the inset a little bit for that shading. You know, and I could, well, actually, there's one more thing I could do here. Let's take this, let's bevel this a little bit. And let's, actually, hang on. I want to do just a thing like this. Just gonna do it there. Joins it like that. That may not be too bad. It may not be the best place to do it. But we'll grab those 2 edges. I don't have the top. Okay, let's do that again. Those 2. And 2, 3. You know, that kind of a thing. Rest it down. It's a little bit crazy. Maybe I can dissolve those. And, it's gonna be all right. Okay. Let's make a, let's bring everything back. Let's make a collection with this stuff here. Let's call this computer. Put that in, and let's go ahead with the desktop. I'll do it. Yeah. All right. Could have used a cube, but I'll use a plane. Let's rotate Y90 and just take this. Build it something like that. Bring it back. Say okay. Okay, I'm going to scale in the Y. Something like that. Okay, so select these edges. We'll isolate this in a minute. Let's give this some rounding. I'm not really looking at the reference. I'm just doing whatever. Let's take this and do, say that. And on the bottom, maybe I just won't round it quite as much. Start with that. Let's look down from the top, select it all, and go mesh, bisect, so that I can cut through here like that. Scale X 0. And then I'm going to Control B and pull with just 2. E and Alt S, and I guess push to move that in. And we'll have this little cut here. Man, I'll bevel that with 3. So I've got that. And then I'm going to come in, drop an edge loop around there. Okay, let's take that and bring that down. and get rid of that face. And let's see what that does. If I take these edges and extrude them in a little bit, you can get that. And that looks fine with me. Okay, so I got this piece here. Yeah, okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up into sections. They don't all have to be exactly equal. It doesn't really matter. I may do one blank and one for CD and one for a floppy disk, and then some other patterns here. Maybe a little bit more equal like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's just let's see, let's break these out. Break those out, and maybe we'll take them all. Let's just move them out here, extrude them back, and let's grab that bevel copy modifiers. And the only thing is, might make it 0.01. If that makes much difference. And what if I'll make this 3? Okay, well, I'll take all of these and Control L, copy modifiers. We'll just leave it like that for now. So this one is going to have nothing. So let's get rid of the back of that, pull that in, and I may not stick with that much bevel. Let's see if maybe don't need that. Oh, I didn't have that on anyhow. Let's go back to that. I'll probably bevel it by hand, but in case I don't want to, I'm going to take this one and let's just let's make something on this. Okay, so let's do that. Scale in the Z. A bit, no, go about that. This one, Control B with 2 down to about there. It's a bit like for a CD player. We'll take this and we'll extrude in, and I'm going to P to break that piece out. So I obviously don't want that much beveling on this. So let's go 0.002. Let's see how that is. Yeah, something like that would be fine. That's 002, right? Okay. 002. Not quite. Okay, let's take these ones and do that. Okay, so this one, I broke this piece out, right? I'm going to scale it a tiny bit and extrude it out a little bit. Okay, we could do that, and then we could, let's just focus on those. 3, and the back's on. We're going to get rid of the back. Actually, let's just do it this way. I'm going to box select here and X faces. We don't need those. All right, and then let's put, let's see, what is this one? CD. I'll drop an edge loop there and there because I cut it. I have to do it this way, and Control B and do like a little button. Actually, I could just use this edge and one of these edges. Let's just get rid of this for now. Both of those just go down there for now. So maybe drag those, have a little button down here. So let's drop an edge loop here and Control B. So we're going to do a button there, and I also want keep grabbing just one of them. I also want like a little circle in there, a little dial. I think I don't want it right at the end, so I'm going to do that. And I'll take this and just move it along. So I'm going to have a dial here. Here I can take all of these and move them down and scale them in the Y a little bit if I want. So I have a little wheel in there, And then I will drop another one here. Actually, I can just probably take these and Control B. And we'll have a button in here. Something like that. Okay, so here's what I'm getting at. I'm going to take both of these spaces and I'm going to extrude them back a little bit. And that's going to be fine. I think maybe to make it a bit more interesting, I can grab this and just pull it down. This will be like a longer button. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll break it apart and I'll just extrude that out, and let's come on the back side and get rid of that. So there's my button for that. And then for this, let's do a similar thing. Let's break this out. Actually, I'm not sure about this one. I'm going to get rid of that face there, and let's grab this, Shift S, cursor to selected, and I'm going to bring in actually a circle. And I might make it like high, like 64. I don't really care about polys in this case. We'll do this, maybe give it a face, and Shift H. Can I focus on that? And I'm going to want to cut off a good portion of like a half of it there, and just like extrude it up in the Z, give it some thickness. Let's Alt H and bring it back. Pull it in and then scale it like that. All right, let's give it a face and another face, and let's take those faces. Okay, and we'll bevel this with 3 is fine, like that. Let's make it a bit bigger, and then I'm going to Shift Alt and click those. I twice, but I've done it before. So E and Alt S, and pull. And we'll have that, and then I'll add a bevel, see if I can get away with just like 1. And I'll have some shading issues to deal with, but that's the general idea. And it's going to be fine. If I throw on weighted normal and normal's auto smooth, even better. I can do that. Let's shade smooth that. I can do that here as well. Or I've got that maybe on, but maybe I don't have normal's auto smooth, which I don't. So that's how that ends up looking. That, and I could put one more thing. You could come in here and add a UV sphere for like a little a light, which it wouldn't be on, because this is computer on a cart, but I could just make the shape of it anyhow. Okay, so we'll come in here and we'll cut off the bottom, and we'll rotate Y90. Just have something. Actually, where are we? Sticking on there. So yeah, so that's good. And this one's blank, for extra space. All right, let's work on a couple of these. And this one is going to go in here, and this piece. And so it's kind of like modular. You could kind of swap them and put them wherever. So let's do this one here. What I'm thinking is very similar in a lot of ways. Split it, okay, pretty narrow, let's say like that. Let's break that and find the end. This would be like for a disc of some sort. And then this. And then we'll have one here and here. Not there. Not there. And there, wherever they drop, kind of thing. And then I'm going to take all the middle ones, and this one and this one. I'm going to extrude back a little ways, and I'm going to delete these ones here, and for these ones I'm going to try grabbing that edge and that edge. I know we can't really see it, so let's shut off the bevel for the moment. Those two, pull them up just a little bit, put that back on, and we get that sort of effect. from a distance. I think it's too wide though. So let's see if we can fix that. So let's just grab these, scale it in the Y, and something like that. Okay, we can do that. And then also we should have some kind of a button, I guess. What can we do? How much room have we got? If I come down here, and maybe, yeah, you know, we're just throwing in edge loops. But maybe there, is that too big? Seems a bit big to me. Let's just try that, just extruding back. Something there, and of course we'll take this and Shift D and G, bring that down maybe there. We don't need too much more detail other than that. Let's just focus on that for the moment, because I'm going to want to get rid of the box anyhow. I think this is going to be fine without giving it any more thickness. So that's like that. Okay, so maybe we'll make this button come out though. So I'll just, I'm going to break it out and extrude it out like that. And get rid of the back face. So yeah, we got that. I guess people would, you know, you look at that and you say, it looks like a computer, right? And on this one, I'm thinking I want to do a bunch of vertical things here. We're going to, let's go ahead and bevel those like that. And we're going to put an edge up there, and we'll put an edge down here, and maybe an edge in here, so that I can select some of these and not some of the others. If that makes sense. We'll put a power button coming up in just a second. Maybe those ones, and then maybe just these two, and leave this area for a power button. So I'm just going to extrude back a little ways. Maybe it didn't go back. There we go. Like that. That's basically what I'm going for. And if I look at the bevel, I've got it on arc, so these round a little bit. That's fine. And that's all I really need to do for that one. I'm not going to get rid of the box or anything. And I'm just going to bring in a power button. Yeah, so let's just do it. Is there any way to come a little closer? Like grab one of these vertices and bring my 3D cursor there. And I'm going to bring in just a simple circle with like, I don't know, 18 vertices. It's nothing special at all. We're just going to make this, rotate Y90. I'm going to extrude backwards. Maybe, nah, I won't do that. Yeah, I'm just going to extrude backwards, get rid of that face. And just bevel it. That's all it's going to be. That kind of a thing. And I think that gets across the idea that it is a computer. I could do a couple more things. You're not going to really see it that well. You know, in the lighting that I intend to use, you know, I don't know, you know, what you're going to see. Let's focus though on the computer and make sure stuff is flipped the right way. We could do this. Is that going to be the inside? That's just the inside, and that's going to be filled with dirt anyhow, so we're not going to have to worry about that. I'm going to switch to this red one. Just watch your eyes. That's just so I can see the sort of smoothness and the general shadows of it. But I think I'll come back to something like that. I think in general, my shot is here, and I tilt this around, I tilt that back, you'll get the general sense that that is a computer, even though it may not look exactly like the one in the picture. Okay, so unless I'm missing something, which I might, and I might put a couple of details on the side, but I don't want to spend too long on just on the computer. I think you'll get the idea that that is a computer on the card. And the other stuff on there are a couple of boxes. There's a cork board. There are a couple of posters. But those things I think I'll do on my own. And in the next video, we're going to move into the texturing. All right. So thanks very much for watching and persevering in the series. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.